The topic that we were going to check was present perfect. As you know, every time we look at any grammar tense, we have to look at three aspects: the function, the structure, and the examples. So I have put here in the image what we need to know. First of all, function. What do we use present perfect for? For what, which type of conversations, for which situations, when we want to write about what? Well, whenever we want to talk about a specific time in the past, or whenever we want to talk about an experience. I have put here two examples. First one, I have eaten an apple today. That's just talking about something that happened today, but I'm not really saying when it happened. Just know that it happens. Maybe we just want to share that it happens, but not necessarily tell a time, or maybe we don't even remember. So that's what we could use this structure for. Or, for example, I have traveled to Juarez. That's an experience I have had. So I want to talk about that. I'm going to use present perfect. I have traveled to the beach. I have ridden a roller coaster. Anything that you want to talk about an experience, you would use this structure. And which is the structure? Well, you know, we always have our subject, our verbs, and our complement. In this case, we are going to add the auxiliary have or has, depending on our subject. We use has only when it is third person, he, she, or it. And our verb, it is going to be conjugated in past participle. So we have the subject, have, has, past participle, and the complement. Finally, what to remember? Well, if we want to make a sentence negative, all we have to do is add the not after have, like you see in the example. I have not eaten an apple today. And if we want to make a question, all we have to do is that switch that we always do and put the auxiliary at the beginning of the sentence. Have I traveled to Juarez? Okay. So check it out, put it into practice, complete the following sentences with the correct conjugation of the verb in parentheses. Take a couple of minutes. Just remember that we need to have the auxiliary and to put that verb in past participle. And that will make our sentence present perfect. Now, ideally, at this point of the video, you would pause it so that you can do the exercises, because I will change the slide so that you can see the answers. The best would be for you to do the exercises first and then check if you got the correct answers, but well, cada quien, you know. So let's say you paused it and you played the video again, and these would be the answers. What do you say? Do you have the same? In example, in sentence 1, Karen has sent, and in sentence 5, Marcos has had. We are using has because we are talking about Karen, which is equivalent to she, that is third person. And in the last one, we are using has because we're talking about Marcus, which is equivalent to he, and that is also third person. All the others, well, we have to use have. Notice how the past participle often looks like a verb in past simple, regular verb. That is going to happen. Only with the irregular verbs is it going to change, like with the verb be, or have, maybe even sent. And in an example 5, also we have has had an accident. And yes, that is also possible because the first has is the auxiliary and the second one, the had, is the verb. So sometimes it looks weird because it's the same verb, but it is possible to do that. So what to remember about this topic? Well, the function, that we use it for to talk about things that happened in an unspecific time in the past, and to talk about experiences. Also, one thing to remember is that we always need to have the auxiliary have or the auxiliary has. That depends on the subject, and the verb will be conjugated in past participle. If we want to make it negative, we add a not. If we want to make a question, we put it at the beginning of the question. If you want more information on the topic, you can check page 140 of your student book. It gives you a table with the affirmative, negative, and question structures, and also some examples as well as when to use it. If even then you still have questions, make sure you let me know. And that would have been it for today. You guys have a good day. See you.